Hello and welcome to Helfand Farm Community Gardens. My name is Ben, and today I'm going to address one of the key stumbling blocks to growing in the spring, and that's cold soil. Now, the weather's been beautiful. It's been well over 70 degrees during the day. The sun is easily strong enough to give you a sunburn, and it's supposed to get over 80 degrees later in the week. But it won't be several weeks until the soil gets much above refrigerator temperatures. Now, the problem with that is not so much that it's going to harm the plants. We're only planting cold hardy plants at this point, like you see here: onions, lettuce, brassicas, spinach. The problem though is the availability of nitrogen, and especially if you're an organic grower, you really depend on the soil microbial life to break down organic nitrogen into plant available forms of nitrogen. And when the soil is cool, what happens is those soil microbes are just much more sluggish. They're just really lazy. They're eating really slowly. They're doing their job, but they're doing it very slowly. Now, the best analogy is if you are a bed breaker, a bread baker, if you're a bread baker and you have your bread rising in the kitchen in summer versus winter, if your kitchen temperatures are noticeably warmer in the summer, you've probably noticed that your bread will rise in about 30 minutes, what would normally take 2 or 3 hours in the winter. And that's because of just that reason. The yeast is much more active in warmer temperatures, and we find the same thing with the soil microbes. So what do we do about this? Well, there is a key solution, and it's very easy. It's this right here: organic nitrate of soda, also called Chilean nitrate. And we've already tried this out on the soup kitchen plot. You can see some spinach here, looking nice and perky. Some spinach over here that's farther along, probably a week or so away from harvest, the first harvest. We have some beets that are very healthy looking, and finally some pak choi. So Marlene's been very happy with the response we've seen. We started off with a very light dose, about half of what you'd normally use. So we're definitely going to do a follow-up application soon, but it's definitely working for us. If you're a gardener here, if you have a garden plot, we will leave this in the shed for you to use, free to use while supplies last. Give it a try and let us know how you make out. If you're not a gardener here, I'll put a link to the exact product we're using in the notes to the video. And it's a good product. The company that makes it knows what it's doing. They add potassium sulfate, which is an organic ingredient that is found in compost. It's one of the key fertilizers in compost. And also they add humic acid, which is where we get the word humus from, which is one of the active ingredients in compost. It slows the release of the nitrate fertilizer, reduces leaching, and improves your overall organic response. So right here in the shed, it'll be right up here on the shelf for you. It's 2 tablespoons and at least a gallon of water, and you spread that over your entire garden plot. If you're using organic gem, you can add 1 or 2 tablespoons of that as well at the same time. Just find the bottle with your name and take that home with you when you're done. And if you have chicken manure or feather meal and you've had rototilling done, we'll have added that to the soil for you. If you didn't have rototilling done, you can use that at the rates indicated on the buckets here. The orange bucket is chicken manure, white bucket's feather meal. That is a very slow release fertilizer, so there's no problem about using that at the normal rate right along with the nitrate fertilizer. But we'll have another video coming up where I'll cover the other fertilizers we have in more detail. But for now, I'd suggest giving this a try. It's really great in the spring and even early summer. You can always add just a small amount and give everything a jump start If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. And that's all I have for today. I hope everyone has a great day and a better tomorrow.